Good morning. Good morning, happy Stampin' with Janice friends. I am trying to get all the lighting and everything perfect so that when I do the video, it gives you the best effects. For some reason, it's really dark over here and there's a light pointed right at it, so I don't know why it's dark over there. Maybe the phone is just not close. Okay. All right, good morning, happy Stampin' with Janice friends. I want to demonstrate two easy techniques today that are really beautiful, and the artwork is already done. It's simply a matter of putting it together. All right, today I'm going to work with the Magnolia set, which I probably, here it is, Magnolia Lane. I'm going to work with the Magnolia Memory dies and the DSP paper. I love this set. I'm so excited that it's going to be in the next catalog. Woo woo! All right, so being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, the advantages are that you get to purchase the toys that you want to play with, the products that you want to play with, and be able to create things at a 20-25% discount. If you are interested in crafting, this is a great venue. You have resources to all kinds of products, and then lots of demonstrators love to share their work. So I can't say most of my designs are original. A lot of my designs are items that I look for under Pinterest and then copy and produce them. So I am not technically advanced enough to be able to watch this live, so I hope it all comes out okay. All right, so I said I'm going to work with the Memories dies of the Good Morning Magnolia, and that is this set. Remember how I told you I take a picture of the dies when they come and I cut it off and I put it in the folder. This is the label what the folder is, and this is the label for what coordinates with it. That's how I store my dies. I also pulled out the Strong and Beautiful because I'm going to use one of the phrases with it. I cherish my true friends. I cherish you, my true friend. I know I can always count on you. I'm going to use that too. One of the other products that we're going to use is the DSP paper. I'm going to use this big sheet right here. What's really great about Stampin' Up! Again is when they put a package together, on the back of it, it lists all the colors of the cardstock and inks that coordinate nicely with it. So today I'm just using Whisper White, so it really, that doesn't come in for this purpose, but it is awesome. It is very nice to know that you can, whatever you get, if you match it up with that, you know it will coordinate. The technique today is definitely die cutting. I'm going to show you how easy it is to die cut. Now, I want to start this off by saying this is the Big Shot. It is no longer available with Stampin' Up! I shouldn't be demonstrating it, but what I am demonstrating to you is how simple die cutting is, and the fact that the new catalog will have a brand new die cut machine. So this is something that you definitely want to explore in your crafting world. All right, on this card, I need the background red and the green. So I've already laid it out on my scrap piece of paper. I have the magnetic template, magnetic platform below, so it's holding my stamps in place for me. If you do a lot, sometimes it comes in handy to tape them down so that you know there's no wiggle in there. So I'm going to go ahead and run these two, put it through my sandwich, a top piece of plastic, a bottom piece of plastic on the magnetic, and then simply crank it. It's awesome to hear the sound of it cranking, then you know it's doing its job. All right, so take the plate off, and look, I have that mold cut, that outline cut, and then I have the leaves cut. I went ahead and cut this one too because I'm going to use this one. Nice. Dropped it on live TV. All right, so this one didn't go all the way through. No big deal. I can line it right back up. Reason didn't go all the way through, I'm going to think, is because I only went one direction with it. So I'm going to line it right back up, put it on the magnet. That'll help hold it in place better. it is not a bad situation. Look, you can automatically see, you can see right off the bat how the magnet pulled the template right back down, pulled the die right back down. I'm going to run it right through one more time and go back again. I'm not going to lie, I hope that this doesn't let me look bad, but nope, perfect cut right there. All right, so what I did for this card right here is I took the DSP paper and I cut it into strips and used the die that coordinated with this, use the image that coordinated with this die. So just place it on top, run it through the machine. Go forward, go backward. You listen to it click, you know that it's doing its job. So when I lift it up, it pops right out. A perfectly outlined flower. So I want both of these for my card. So I'm going to go ahead and run the second one through. Now, even though this is off the edge of the paper, I will take advantage of that by mounting it towards the edge of the paper, because you would have to have had cut it off because you can't go over the edge anyways. All right, so here is this, another one, perfect. All right, so that I should have enough to finish that card. So set that aside. Now, I also did, I don't need that plate, I also did about 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. I'm going to do another one just to show you what I did. Took a blank piece of paper or cardstock, and I'm going to layer it, crank it once, heard it click, crank it back, heard it click. Now, just like that, it should cut that out. This is so satisfying. It cuts out. All you got to do is pop the pieces right out. You could usually do it with your finger. If not, grab the picker tool and it will pop all those little pieces right out. I'm doing it with my finger. I love it. So satisfying. All right, yes, it does create a mess, but yes, I will go back and clean it up. So there we go. I have another one of them. I'm not sure how many I've already pre-cut to save you the time of not sitting here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and I think I needed 10 for the front of this card. So put that down, lay this on here. I have 6, so I need to cut 7. If I was good at the technology part of this, I would fast forward right now, but I'll get there. I'm so excited oh, phooey, I cut the wrong outline. That's fine. I'm going to move that out of the way because I don't want that one. I actually want this one. Now, when I cut something, I have seen demonstrators go through and get their die cut set, their new set of dies in, and they would sit down and they would cut out all these shapes and then put them in a folder or pocket somewhere where they could save them. So nothing is actually a loss. When they do that, they cut a bunch in advance. They've done it so that they can just open up the box and have pieces already ready for them to work with. All right, let me get this one off of here. Put this here, come back. How many did I say I needed? I needed 4 more, right? So, let me hear it click, run it back. This time when I set up the camera, I set it up away from the table, so hopefully it is not shaking when I run the machine through. Set that aside. I like to make sure that I put it all, I don't waste any cardstock, so I make sure that I move it around to get the most out of a piece of paper. I do have a scraps drawer, and it holds all the pieces that I had left over, the full-size sheets, because if I can get a circle out of the scraps later on, I'm going to save that sheet till I can get that circle out. All right, I think I need one more. Let me pop these little dots out and do one more. The card comes together really, really fast. This is actually the longest process. And as you can see, it's not even that long of a process. So this one should come right up. Pop that right out. If you do find that it didn't cut all the way through, go back and recut it. You can typically line up the dies really easily, and it should do very well for you to go back and recut it. All right, this one was good. Get this last piece out of here. All right, so I'm going to assume I have enough, but if I don't, I can come back later and cut the rest out. So I'm gonna get this out of my way. The magnet, when the machine, the magnet plate will hold that die, so when I go to clean up my room, it'll all be right there and easy for me to find, to put away back in the package to save. All right, get these pieces cleaned up. Put the dots out of here. They all came out really, really easily. This one feels like I didn't cut it all the way through. So I'm going to save this for last. If I don't need it, then I don't have to put it back through the machine. I got a lot out, but the ones in the center didn't go all the way through. I needed to roll it through one more time. So I'm going to set that aside. Maybe I don't need that after all. All right, move them. I want to clean up my area so that you're not staring at all these scrap pieces of paper. All right, let me go ahead and clean up this leaf too. All right, that worked out really well. Pop all these pieces out. I can hear my old dog laying on the floor snoring. God, I love that dog. She's the one that is so easy to get along with. All right, so I'm gonna sweep all this into my hand, and voila, it's gone. All right, so I'm going to take the piece of cardstock that I pre-cut to save some time here. I actually pre-cut both of them. Push it up against my fingers so that I have both pieces evenly lined out. Bring it down. Take my scoring tool to give me a nice crisp seam. I'll do both of them at the same time. Score it down to a nice crisp seam. All right, so I have everything I need for both of them. All right, through the magic of recording, I went ahead and all of these flowers here, I pre-cut them and I pop dotted them, or dimensionaled, whatever you want to call them, so that now all I have to do is go back and mount them to the cardstock. I just need to take the last two that I have and put pop dots on it. Now, what I recommend is that you try to get a piece the right size to fit in the tab on the bottom, the stem of the flower. You want to be able to cut that small. It is not absolutely important. I can say I didn't do it on every single one of them, but it is good if you have a piece that is small enough that will fill in that little tab. All right, I only have two dots left on here. It's probably good enough for this. Put that there. Cut this piece in half. I do not waste any of these foam dots. I use every piece of this so that when I'm all finished, the sheet is completely empty. All right, one more little piece right here. Oh heck, one more little piece right here. Oh heck, one more big piece right here. All right, it's probably more than I need, but better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna set that aside because that work is already done. All right, so let's come to this one. All right, so what I did on this, I took all these little pieces, and I have to say this is my daughter's favorite part, because what I do is I take my glue, and we have the Tombow glue, but I also have other glues. I use the, what is this called? The Turbo Tacky glue, and I bought little bottles so I can fill it. And now I'm going to take this over here and put a big blob on my silicone mat. All right, and then I will take my pieces that I already cut out, and I will rub it on the glue. Now, some demonstrators I have seen demonstrated, they will take a sponge and blot the sponge in the glue, and then blot the piece of cardstock. That works great too. I just don't have a sponge handy, and this works, so I'm just going to do this. Put it all over here. What I said, my daughter loves this. She finds it so completely satisfying to come back later and rub the glue off the silicone mat. I can't disagree with her. It is pretty satisfying to be able to do that. All right, wait a minute. This little piece didn't come out. Take that, get rid of that. All right, I am going to put some pieces over the edge because I want it to look like the wallpaper, that it is continuous. So, let me get some of this glue off of this. Transfer some of the glue to do what I needed to do. I don't think I have enough glue up here, so let me lift this back up. Kids would enjoy doing this, that is for sure. She's at the age where she truly enjoys peeling the glue off her hands. Remember when we were in school and we used to do that, put glue on our hands and then peel it off later. All right, I think I might be finished with this. Let me see if I can take this one more. Get enough glue off of this to maybe mount it right there. Mount all that to go down. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside and let this dry for a minute. Let those pieces of glue that didn't set. Push this down. All right, I've never done this before. Let me see if this works. If I do this, I'm picking the glue up with the rubber mat and also pushing it down. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and let that dry for a minute, and then we're going to come back and finish that. So in the meantime, I pulled this one. I have this. I'm done with this for now, so I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. When I'm done my video, I'll call my daughter and tell her she can come in and peel all the glue off. All right, so with these, we put the pop dots on here, and this takes a minute just to go back and pull all the tabs out. I'm just going to set them anywhere we want. And like I said, I counted out, I think I needed 10. Cover the sheet like that. The piece that had the missing leaf on it, I'm going to pay attention so I can find that one. This one could probably use a pop dot on the bottom, but mount it and see how we do. Okay. I have been wanting to do both of these techniques for a really long time. And of course I've had all the supplies, so there was nothing holding me back. other than just doing it. All right, so while I'm doing this, let me tell you Stampin' Up's new catalog. There's the one with the missing leaf. All right, let me see if I can clear this up. Working my way to bottom. Okay, pull this over here because that leaf is not complete. So I'm gonna put that right there on that edge. That worked out just fine. All right, so I still have some pop dot right there. So let me put the card down on top, this one down on top of it. Covering that. Okay, no foul. All right, I'm gonna pull these up. So anyways, what I was saying is Stampin' Up today shared with the demonstrators the new catalog. It is not going to be available for purchases until June 3rd, but we got to have a look at it and see all of the new designs, the new stamp sets, the new dies, the new in colors. Oh wow, I cannot tell you how much I love the new in colors. They are bright, they are vibrant, they are fun, they are gorgeous. My mind instantly went to, oh, I know what I can do with that. I was really happy to see that the sets that I've been playing with lately were still in the catalog. So I have sets already that I can work with. So it means I don't have to go completely broke restocking my inventory. So that was a good thing. We have a new cutting die coming out, and you're going to love it. What I mean by cutting die is the new die cut machine, and it is so awesome. We're not really allowed to give you any clues about the important tips about it. Did I tear that leaf off? I guess I might have. Stuck on my finger? I don't see it. All right, so there we go. We laid it out, mismatched all over the place. I'm gonna get rid of these things. All right, beautiful. So that is done. All I need to do now is come back. Look, I found one more. Okay, come back with the embellishment pieces. I have the flower, the outline that I already cut out. I'm going to put that right there, and I found a stamp that fit in there beautifully. So I'm going to do this. Shouldn't have done it on the green. Okay, 2 sides to every piece of paper. Put it down there. Good, I like. All right, so I'm going to do that. Flip this over, close that, take a couple little pop dots. Actually, no, I'm going to keep this flat. And take a piece of tear and tape. Tear and tape is still in the catalog, but they've added some new adhesives. All right, so I'm going to, I don't know why, but my daughter's standing in my doorway while I'm recording because it does say shh on the wall, but apparently it was important to her. All right, so put that down, do another piece of tear and tape. I'm going to put this right here on this open spot. I can tell you that we are almost done. All right, again, I don't like to make bows live because I don't think I do a very good job of making bows. So I did it in advance. I'll put this right here. If you're watching me live, thank you so much. I haven't gotten advanced enough on the technology to see if there's anyone watching me. I do have a visitor in my room right now who is watching me, but my princess watches me all the time anyways. So, just like that. All right, so what I'm going to do with this, because there are pieces overlaid, lining my scissors up directly with the edge of the cardstock. I'm going to go back and just cut this edge right off. And look at that. I love it. I've been wanting to do this, so I'm really tickled pink that I did it, and it looks so good. I think I might have used the garden green instead of the brighter green. That would have matched better. That's what I did on the first one, and that matched so much better, but I really love this. Can you see the dimensions, how it's standing up off the edge? So beautiful. And then I'm going to stamp anything I want on the inside. All right, so this one looks pretty dry, so let's go back and do the same thing on here. Cut these pieces off that are not part of the front of the card. All right. So satisfying to hear it pop right off. Okay, so I have white on white. Easy peasy. Get rid of all those little scraps. Now, the red that I cut earlier, I'm going to use that as the outline for this. My glue dried up. All right, let's put another piece of glue. Casey's like, yay, give me something else to do. I cleaned this off before I started the video, and I called her in. I'm like, Casey, I'm cleaning it. You know, she ran. She wanted to come and help me. Didn't you, pumpkin? All right. All right, I hope I'm on camera here. So placing this right here. Okay. All right, that glue will dry. You won't even be able to see it, as you can tell by the other ones. All right, so that's that. I'm going to do the same thing with the leaf. I'm going to put the leaf off this side. And then this, am I on screen? Push it forward a little bit. My video director is helping me. All right, so push it forward a little bit, she said. Here we go. All right, so getting my Stampin' Up! Business, my online business going. I will try my best to make 2 videos a week and post them onto YouTube. I have so excited about all the things that I've learned how to do this week. All right, let me get this. Casey, would you do me a favor? Would you go into that closet right there on the shelf where all my papers are?
There's one person alone.
Okay, and get me the PDFs that I showed you I learned how to make. Can you see them right on top? All right.
Which one would you want? This one?
I want the one for these 2 cards. Yes, set that right down there. I will hold that up in just a minute. All right, so get that off of there. Set this right here. Now, I cut out, I had a piece of red ribbon. I don't know if I like it on there or not. It might be a little too much. So I didn't put it on the first one, so I'm not going to worry about putting it on the second one. All right, and then on this, I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper. Now that's somebody else's. I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper and see if I can. I thought I had everything cut for this, but I didn't have a scrap piece of paper, so I'm just going to wing it. Looking at my image, put this right here. Easy peasy. All right, one of the tricks that I learned on this, I love this paper, okay, is to take the scissors from one point in to the other point in until they meet in the middle. That's what I did on that one. That one's bigger. Put some pop dots on this, and I have to say I am almost finished 2 cards just like that. All right, so it's a great time to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You get to see all the new goodies coming out. We get to pre-purchase them. And then, of course, with my demonstrator discount, I get 25% off. If you are interested in getting a catalog, the new one that will be coming out, let me know. I'll add your name to a mailing list. And just like that, I don't know how long I've been on the air, but I've done 2 beautiful cards. If you are a friend of mine, then you also have possibly read about how I am taking my cards that I make and I'm sending them out to my friends unsigned with a note that says, here's a little bit of love that I made for you today. I didn't sign the card so that you could send it away. And I give them the envelope so that they can use it to forward. If you want to be on my mailing list, go right ahead and click on comments and let me know. All right, once again, this is Janice with HappyStampinWithJanice.com. Thank you for stopping by and have a great day. Thank you.